The newly acquired Bucyrus businesses helping Barloworld to offset revenue declines in the traditional Caterpillar business. This on the back of a slowdown in mining capital expenditure. Barloworld last year paid $165 million for rights to Caterpillar's Bucyrus business in South Africa, Botswana and Russia. CEO Clive Thompson explained how they dealt with the decline in mining expenditure.
It's quite clear this has been a global phenomenon across Australia, North America, South America, Indonesia. You've seen global mining companies cut capital expenditure, and we haven't been immune to that. Our legacy Caterpillar mining deliveries were down 38% this year, but fortunately buffered by the excellent performance from the new Bucyrus acquisition, which delivered ahead of expectation, and good operational efficiencies and cost control.
Let's talk about that Bucyrus acquisition. Of course, you had the Southern Africa one and the Russia one. Of course, those performed ahead of expectation. What was your foresight and your plan in doing that?
Well, I think we realized that strategically it was going to be a great acquisition in order to broaden our range of products that we provide to the mining industry. So it gives us access to provide mining industry with drag lines, rope shovels, hydraulic shovels, drills, and these were things we weren't able to provide previously, and also give us access to a range of underground mining equipment. So it broadened our product offering to our customer base, and that was the major strategic thrust behind it. What delivered ahead of expectation this year was the parts and service revenue. So while mining companies have cut back on their new equipment purchases, they've continued to operate existing fleets, and that continues to consume parts and service revenues.
And of course, is Bucyrus Russia going to be your sort of gateway or pathway into Asia or perhaps Europe as well?
Well, our territory-based distribution is such that our current restriction is Siberia and the Russian Far East, but I think we have enough opportunity within those territories to show enormous growth over the next 5 to 10 years.
And tell us then, more acquisitions for the coming year. Do you plan on seeing those coming through? And in which industries or perhaps which countries as well?
We certainly have made a number of niche acquisitions in our automotive logistics business over the past year. We've taken our automotive business, the fleet services business, into Ghana. We did a merger with Manline Logistics to form Barloworld Transport Solutions. We acquired an abnormal load transport business, which we've renamed Manline Mega. We've gotten into the waste management industry through a 25% acquisition of a company called RE. And we intend to pursue ongoing acquisitions of this nature where they prove that they can deliver the required financial returns for the group.
Let's talk about something that has probably impacted the South African economy over the past 15 months, and that has definitely been labor issues. How have the automotive strike especially taken a hit or sort of helped you or hurt your Barloworld in the past year?
Look, it certainly had an impact in the last 6 weeks of our financial year up to September. As the motor manufacturers were unable to produce, supply became constrained, and therefore we weren't able to get access to all the inventory we would have liked. But because it was only 6 weeks out of a 12-month period, not that material for 2013. But I think in our first quarter of our 2014 financial year, there's going to be certain supply constraints which adversely affect us.
And do you think these labor issues are causing a sort of decline in investment for South Africa? Is it still lucrative and still great to invest in South Africa despite these labor issues?
Look, I think they create more uncertainty for foreign investors. There's no doubt about that. When people are looking at making big investments in any country, they look at a range of issues, not just one, but certainly the labour relations environment would be one of those factors. How conducive is the labour situation to making profitable investments, and could there be unintended labour consequences of making those investments? So I think it's one of many factors, and therefore it hasn't been positive for South Africa over the last while, but hopefully it's something that can be overcome in the years ahead.